Hi guys, good evening. How are you all doing? So while waiting for everyone to tune in. So I would like to remind people or the fans who will be watching here to exercise some restraint in giving your comments or from expressing negative language on this particular issue as it's a very sensitive one. We're going to be talking about the Miss Universe Indonesia controversy that is happening right now. And as you guys might know, there might be some facts or situations that are too heavy, that are too sensitive to be discussed by nature here, especially in a public forum like this. So really, I would really like you guys to exercise some restraint and kindness in sharing all your comments about this issue. Yeah, keep it clean, guys, and let's try to share the pain of our fellow of our neighbors down there. So, guys, the Miss Universe Indonesia controversy uh, has really rocked the world of pageantry right now because of the many underlying issues that have stemmed from it. So, uh, last week, nagulat na lang tayo. Guys, by the way, if in case you might note, if in case uh, you might be hearing some loud noise at my background, it's because merong ongoing construction yung neighbor namin sa likod. So, I'm sorry, I didn't expect that mag-renovate sila at this time of the hour on a Sunday night. So, have, feeling ko naman audible pa rin ako sa inyo. I'm still coming across with you guys very clear. So, please bear with me when it comes to that. So, yun nga, the Miss Universe Indonesia controversy, as I've said, has rocked the world of pageantry with the numerous complaints of sexual harassments hurled against by several Miss Universe Indonesia candidates last week. If I'll be quoting the article written by Reuters last August 8th, para lang mabigyan kayo ng context, 6 contestants of a Miss Universe Indonesia pageant have filed complaints with police accusing organizers of sexual harassment after they alleged they were subjected to topless body checks, their lawyer said on Tuesday. Um, the Indonesian contestants of the Indonesian beauty pageant held last from July 29 to August 3 said the organizers asked 5 of them to strip to their underwear for physical examination in a room with more than 20 people, including men. The 5 contestants were then photographed topless, said their lawyer, Melissa Angreni, adding that there was no need for such checks. 6 contestants had filed complaints, she said. The Miss Universe organization said in a statement on Tuesday that it had been made aware of the allegations and it was looking into this matter. So actually, they already released a statement last night saying that it is already terminating its contract with PL. What's ano yun? PL. Wait. PL Capella Swatiska Karya, Papi Capella's company based in Indonesia, and will no longer be doing the Miss Universe Malaysia pageant as well. So yun yung latest update. So, pero what is bothering here in the article written by Reuters is that one of the complainants told the press conference broadcast by news channel Compass TV that she had been asked to pose inappropriately, including by opening her legs. Actually, guys, ito talaga yung talagang na-shock talaga ako na wow, my God, talagang may ganito pa pala. Parang yung mga ganitong eksena nangyayari pala talaga sa pageantry. I thought yung mga ganito parang within private spaces, but anyway. dito ako na-bother sobra na parang they really degraded these women to mere objects when they ask them to open their legs wide open for them to scrutinize. Sobrang na-bother ako doon. That's why um, that was the moment I really spoke and started following the pageant, following the pageant, following the controversy and post a lot of things about it because I feel for these women involved kasi feeling ko they do not deserve to be put in this kind of situation. All they wanted was to fulfill their dream of becoming a beauty queen. And yet, on the road to becoming a successful beauty queen, they had to be subjected to this. So, nakakabahala po talaga. So, this live is all about sharing, is for us to exchange our thoughts and insights about this issue. So, now that nabigay ko na yung context ng issue na to, let me share you some lessons that I have learned from following this controversy. So this will just be short, and then we can do the Q&A after. Um, believe in the my first lesson that I learned from following this controversy is that believe in the power of speaking out, especially in sensitive issues. There is no doubt that when more people are compelled to speak up, are brave enough to speak about something that is not supposed to be talked about in public, it generates a lot of publicity, it generates a lot of noise. Successful noise, productive noise, if I may say, because lahat ng tao nakikinig. Especially with a topic like this that is very sensitive, hindi usually pinag-uusapan in public spaces, lahat ng tao nagugulat. So in this case, there were 6 Miss Universe Indonesia contestants who filed their complaints, who were brave enough to stand up against the Miss Universe Indonesia organization led by Papi Capella and bravely admitted to everyone that they experienced harassment. That alone should be something that should be commended. Kasi talagang ang lakas ng loob nila. Usually, yung mga ganyang babae, sinasabihan na wag nang magsalita kasi baka makaapekto sa buhay nila or they might get death threats. Pero for them to be speaking out means that they do not just want to be recognized, but they would like to find solutions regarding the problem that they had encountered. Feeling ko masyado silang na-violate so much na hindi nila ine-expect, and they do not want a similar situation happening to their fellow women. So, when natutuwa lang ako yung domino effect, one after the other, next unti-unti sila naglalabasan. Para siyang domino effect talaga na lahat ng tao napapamangha at kinukuyog niya yung status ko, kinukuyog niya yung organization. It's like so many Davids fighting against a huge Goliath. So doon ako nabibilib kasi ngayon tignan niyo, ang bilis ng resolution. Umalis na. Miss Universe organization decided to terminate its contract with Miss Universe Indonesia organization led by Papi Capella because of this whole controversy. Imagine kung hindi ito kinalat ng kung hindi naglakas loob magsalita itong mga contestants ng Miss Universe Indonesia, walang mangyayari dito. I swear, walang mangyayari dito. Hindi natin malalaman na meron na palang ganitong mga hanky-panky business na nangyayari behind the scenes. And we, katulad dito here in the Philippines, should also learn a lot of things from them because who knows, diba? We are also a pageant crazy nation country. We have so many pageants here in the Philippines. I'm losing count already. So let this be a warning to all the pageant organizers, not just in the Philippines, not just in Indonesia, but around the world, that pag nag-resort kayo to monkey business, this is what you will get. You will get the attention in a negative way. You will get negative publicity. You will be known all over. You'll become more infamous all over the world with all your misdeeds, and you wouldn't want that to happen. So, yon. My second lesson is that I learned is yung application, yung gasgas na pageant line na I wanna be the voice of the voiceless. Or yung I wanna speak up for the women who have been abused. Ganyan. So, emotionally, sexually, mentally, yung mga ganon, di ba? Whenever we hear pageant girls say something for their speeches or for their Q&A, ngayon, buti na lang, silver lining ba matatawag natin na nakikita na natin yung application nung yung mga motherhood statements nilang, I wanna be the voice of the voiceless. Di ba? It reminds me of Frederica Call's top 20 speech in Miss Universe 2019 when she talked about her advocacy, yung may kinalaman sa birth certificates na advocacy niya among young children in Indonesia. And ngayon, when you apply it to the controversy right now, di ba? These 6 Miss Universe Indonesia contestants serve as voices for those girls who are still afraid to speak up. Nakakatuwa na may mga konting yung mga hindi lahat ng mga babae pwede nating ma-silence na mag-gag order na pwede natin masabihan na hindi, wag kayong magsalita. Kung hindi, matatalo kayo, maka-cancel kayo, ilalaglag kayo as an official candidate. Ito, they really didn't care what will happen to them. Ang importante sa kanila to be given justice for what they had experienced 2 days before the Miss Universe Indonesia finals night. Lalo na, sino dito yung nakakita sino dito ang nakakita ng comment nung viral video ni Ayu, yung Miss Puteri Indonesia International, yung it's time for me to speak up against for the girls who have been abused. Sobrang ang timely and relevant ng speech niya 3 years after. So natutuwa ako na ito palang mga motherhood statements ng I want to be the voice of the voiceless, or even yung I want to speak up for all these women who have experienced abuse. Meron palang mga babae na talagang tinototoo talaga yung sinasabi nila. Okay, now we go to my third lesson. It's something na ito yung parang pinaka-lesson talaga of this whole controversy. Awarding a franchise license should always be based on competency, should be based on more important criteria other than your close friendship with individuals. Ito talaga yung biggest lesson, because I feel this controversy would not have happened had the franchise not been taken away from Puteri Indonesia. And kung gaano kabilis binigay sa Puteri Indonesia, kung gaano kabilis ibigay kay Miss Poppy Capella yung Miss Universe Indonesia Organization franchise last February, I think this year, ganun din kabilis nawala sa kanya. Ang lungkot. The Miss Universe Indonesia franchise has been doing well for the past 2 decades with Puteri Indonesia already, and it's so sad na binawi sa kanila out of a blue because of a change of ownership in Miss Universe. So, what we can learn from this, sana, alam ko naman na, the new owner has all the right to do whatever she thinks is best for the organization. But when it comes to choosing a competent national director who could serve the best interests of the mother organization, it will be best talaga if probably the mother organization will do a character investigation first before a thorough a thorough character investigation first before awarding a certain franchise to a certain individual para hindi nangyayari yung mga ganitong bagay. Nakakalungkot. And of course, I'm sure si Miss Poppy, hindi naman niya kagustuhan mangyari ito, pero ganun talaga command responsibility. So many of your people beneath you did so many wrong things. So, uh, so if we apply the concept of or the principle of command responsibility here, wala talaga siyang takas sa accountability dito. So, for sure, Miss Poppy did not intend this to happen. Pero, ganun talaga. She apparently chose the wrong people to 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 do things for her. Okay, next lesson I learned. Like bashing and victim blaming can only exacerbate the problem. Yeah. When when the news first broke out that this sexual harassment complaints were being lodged by several Miss Universe Indonesia contestants, minamock sila, binibilittle sila, sinasabihan attention seeker, bakit ngayon lang kayo why are you only coming out now? If you were authentic with your accusations, uh, you should have already spoken up when the pageant was ongoing and not when it was over. Pero I guess it's better late than never, di ba? Siguro takot pa yung mga babae magsalita nun kasi bantay sarado sila ng mga officials ng Miss Universe Indonesia organization. Ang masakit dito, not a lot of the people are siding with them. Kinukutya nga sila. And ilang mga tao lang, may mga nakikisympathize pero hindi ganun ka out loud yung support. Hindi ganun ka, ang tawag dito, ka-public yung support nila. So, sana we realize when we bash and victim blame these women, we only exacerbate the problem. Hindi natin nasusolusyonan yung problem. And that the only way to move forward is for these girls to be heard, to be seen, for them to be listened at. We should practice. So we should be more, we should exercise, which we should exercise in empathizing with these victims instead, with these survivors, instead of bashing them, instead of belittling them. So, paano nga naman sila makaka-move forward kung palagi natin silang kinukutya? But if we allow them to speak up, allow them to be heard, in a way, they're slowly healing their wounds, their inner wounds. And if that's one way, one of the ways for them to move forward, then so be it. Pagbigyan natin. Ang lungkot-lungkot lang talaga. And my last lesson that I learned is in connection with number 4. Ito talaga yung talagang pinakamasakit. That the women empowerment team has a long way to go, not just in pageantry but in the real world. Kahit na nagsalita na with that iconic answer of Zoe Bini of women taking up space, ano pa ba, Angela Ponce being the first transgender to make it to Miss Universe, with Shera Burchell confidently showcasing her body, her unconventional body in the Miss Universe stage. Wala pa rin talaga tayo natututunan. Wala pa rin tayo na-apply. Mismo yung mga pageant organizations would still want to send the most perfect girl in the universe by their archaic standards. Kailangan maputi, kailangan makinis, kailangan yung private area mo shave. kailangan you have to possess a certain body proportion, papapayating ka, kukutyain ka in public. You'll never deem worthy if you do not possess one of these if you do not possess one of these criteria. Nakakalungkot. Nakakalungkot. So that's why siguro it's best na yung government natin or yung government ng Indonesia or alam ko especially in all these pageant crazy countries to step up and craft laws that will protect the interests of women like the girls joining in pageantry. Kasi as it is, women are still being mistreated in public spaces, are still being objectified kahit naman hindi talaga yun ang pakay nila when they join pageants. I think our lawmakers need to do something or craft a bill that will protect our women from experiencing all these horrible objectification they're getting every time they want to do something or every time they would like to get in an endeavor that would require them to showcase their physical assets. So nakakalungkot lang talaga. Okay, so those are the lessons that I learned from following the Miss Universe Indonesia controversy right now. So pag-usapan natin sa Q&A ngayon kung anong sa tingin niyo yung mga opinion niyo regarding this issue. From Joyce Lee, hi, good evening po. From Erratic Humanity, do you think Miss Universe Indonesia franchise will go back to Puteri Indonesia? I doubt. Hula ko, ano ko lang to, opinion ko lang to ha. Kusang umalis ang Miss Universe organization from Puteri Indonesia, feeling ko ibibigay nila yun pa rin sa ibang mga tao na who are also key players in the industry. Of course, it will be noble of them kung babalik sila sa Puteri Indonesia. Pero siguro hindi ko alam kung ikaw yung isang tao na kusa kang umalis sa organization, ikalolower ba ng pride mo kung bumalik ka ulit sa Puteri Indonesia, sa dating mong local franchisee? Feeling ko hindi. Feeling ko pa rin yung franchise sa ibang tao. From Erotic Humanity, absolutely agree with the third lesson. Like you can't just give a franchise to your closest friend who doesn't have experience on holding a pageant. Yeah. Pero guys, alam mo, Eric Humanity, hindi naman lahat ng cases ganito yung nangyari. Tingnan mo si Miss Cory Quirino. Sino dito yung nakapanood ng interview ko kay Cory Quirino last week? Yung exclusive one-on-one interview ko. Di ba siya rin, wala rin siyang experience sa pag-handle ng pageantry, yet binigay sa kanya. Wala rin kaalam-alam po si Miss Cory sa paghawak ng pageantry. Pero she took it upon herself to learn. With all the things that she revealed in my interview. So, yun nga sana ganun ang nagawa ni Miss Poppy na pinag-aralan niya muna yung sistema bago niya tanggapin. Kasi syempre, si Poppy, she's no ordinary citizen in Indonesia. She is a celebrity in her own right. She's a singer. So for sure, she has her own set of activities, daily activities. And, di ba? Parang isipin mo na parang si Miss Corina Sanchez lang. Hihilingin mong maging binibining Pilipinas National Director, but Corina doesn't know anything about running a beauty pageant business kasi she's a news magazine anchor who started out as a TV reporter. So iba yung training niya. And if you want to get someone like a celebrity like Corina Sanchez or Poppy Capella to run a beauty pageant business, kailangan talaga pag-aralan talaga muna nila ng maigi before they dip their toes. in this world kasi mahirap talaga. Para ka nang nagpapatakbo rin talaga ng negosyo kapag gusto mong mag mag-manage ng isang pageant system. From Taguro Channel, seems like the same thing happened in Miss Earth dati dito sa Pilipinas na isa sa mga candidates ganun din ang claim niya. Alam niyo, pasalamatan talaga tayo na hindi ganun katindi yung attention na binigay dun sa sexual harassment na cases na nilodge ng mga Miss Earth contestants against this particular man na umaali-aligid sa mga activities nila kasi otherwise we would have also experienced what Indonesia is experiencing right now. Kaya nga to all these pageant fans, Filipino pageant fans who are saying na karma, karma, karma yan sa Indonesia, huwag kayong ganon because kung babalikan din natin ang history, once upon a time, we were also become the subjects of this very sensitive topic. And all we can ask the Indonesian fans probably right now is siguro maging humble na from now on. Kasi di ba lagi tayong nagapabangayan who's always the better country in pageantry, us or them. Na-experience natin yan in 2018. Ngayon, na-experience na nila. So sana magkaroon, after this, we learn. Kasi for the first time kung binabasa niyo yung translation ng mga Indonesian candidates and ng mga Indonesian fans sa mga social media, sa mga famous Indonesian pageant pages, galit din sila. Galit din sila sa mga taong nagpapatakbo ng Miss Universe Indonesia. So nararamdaman mo rin yung galit nila, pero kaya nakakapagtaka rin na parang napaka-silent ng mga pageant admins nila doon. But buti na lang may mga katulad nila Miss El Tecuyo Award sa Instagram na talagang who's very passionate in raising awareness about this particular issue. Kasi nga hindi biro talaga yung mga pinagdadaanan ng mga Miss Universe Indonesia candidates right now. So sa mga pageant fans out there na sinasabing karma to sa mga Indonesia, magunos dili kayo. Pag tayo, paano kung tayo naman kung sa atin nangyari yung nangyayari sa kanila ngayon? For sure, we also don't want na ganun din ang sabihin nila sa atin na, your country is always like this, ganito, ganyan. Diba? Yun lang, sana konting restraint kasi naging rin tayo dito. Na-issue rin tayo once upon a time here. From Hideaki Kiduka, my concern is paano ang wardrobe nila Miss Indonesia since wala na silang franchisee. Siguro Kun An would lend her own gown's shoe. For sure, meron pa rin. May glam team pa rin ibibigay yan si Poppy. Meron pa rin. We'll make sure the arrangement. So siguro hindi na lang nila palalabasin na manggagaling kay Miss Poppy. Pero siguro behind the scenes, tutulong pa rin ng mga tao kay Fabienne para maisulong niya yung kandidatura niya sa Miss Universe this coming November sa El Salvador. From Trisha J. Do you think tataasan ng Miss Universe ang placement ng Indonesia this year para bumango ulit ang pangalan nila sa Indonesia like what happened with Arboni pero deserve naman ni Arboni? Alam nyo guys, naiisip ko rin to pero tignan na lang natin muna sa performance. Ano bang pinalalabas niyo dito Trish J na siya mananalo eventually? Kasi right now kung titignan mo yung mga leaderboards, wala si Fabian sa hot picks. Laging si Peru, si Venezuela, sino ba? Sino yung mga perceived frontrunners as early as now? Wala siya eh. So siguro, alam mo, depende talaga. Alam mo, ito yung mag-interesting natin pag-usapan eh. Alam mo siguro, mas papabor pa ang sitwasyon para kay Fabienne, yung newly crowned Miss Universe Indonesia, kung siguro she decided to speak up and sided with her fellow sisters about this issue instead of being safe with her official statement nung nakaraang araw. Although maintindihan naman natin bakit niya ginawa yon because, she's protecting her dream, she's protecting her title. Pinaprotektahan din niya si Poppy who gave her the title. Pero kung ngayon susuriin mo sa bilis ng takbo ng pangyayari, sana she took the calculated risk of speaking up. Kasi kapag ginawa niya yun, mas babango pa ang pangalan niya. Mas iingay pa yung pangalan niya in a positive way. So ngayon, I would understand kung nape-pressure, kung eventually mag-give up o ma-pressure si Fabienne na i-give up yung title niya because of the negative publicity surrounding her candidacy right now. Pero to be fair naman kay Fabienne, wala naman din siyang kinalaman dito. 'Di ba? Just like her, wala naman siyang kasalanan dito. It's not her fault. And kung i-compare mo rin kay Arbony, it's not on Arbony's who we should blame for the Miss USA mess. In the same way na dito sa Miss Universe Indonesia, ang talagang pinaka may punot dulo dito ay yung organisasyon nila na kung sino-sinong pinahawak nila sa screening na pinagawa-gawa nila ng mga ganyang klaseng body check. Kaya nagkagulo-gulo sila. So, hindi ko masabi eh. I would like to say sana unplaced, di ba? Kasi sa sobrang tindi ng controversy. But let's see in the next few weeks how Fabienne will turn around from this. From Michael De La Cruz, Adam, watching from Doha, Qatar, what can you say about na may isa ng transgender na sumali at 3 mommies na ang representative? Malakas po ba ang chance ni MMD? Are you going to El Salvador to watch? I'm still thinking about it because just thinking of the cost and expenses that I'll be incurring, grabe. Yung buong kita ko sa YouTube, ang buong savings ko sa YouTube ang parang hindi, but I would like to. Ang mahal eh. Nag-canvas pa lang ako, airfare alone is already 100,000, 80,000 pesos. Although relatively cheap naman ang cost of living sa El Salvador, syempre I would still want to stay in a hotel where it will give me maximum security. So, Diyos ko, in-estimate ko, 400,000 yung gastos ko. Tapos wala pa doon yung food ko, wala pa doon. So, magastos. What can you say about na may isa ng transgender and sumali? Yan, di yan, exclusive. Wala naman na yun whether you're transgender or 3 mommies or everything will still be performance-based eh. Kung magpe-perform ng bongga tong si Miss Netherlands at si Miss Miss Guatemala, 'di ba? Bakit naman hindi sila pwedeng bumulusok just because of their status right now? From Erotic Humanity, as much as I want to have MUID go back to Puteri, Indonesia, I kinda doubt it since the damage is already done. Yeah. Parang lang din, binibini tsaka Miss Universe organization noong 2019. Are sluts? Indonesian pageant lover is dragging Miss Earth again. Right now, for sexual harassment, they are mad and angry because of this exposure. Really? Binibring up nila? Hindi ako makapaniwala. Talaga, bakit daw? Para to deflect the blame on them? It's not working. From Star Shri, hey Sir Adam, I hope you're doing well. How about the issue of Shaila Rebortera? She speaks about abuse also. She suffered from its partner. At least nauntog na siya. 'Di ba? Kumalas na siya. Alam mo, nakakalungkot lang na hindi siya pinaglaban ng boyfriend, ng partner niya. Sayang eh, parang they seem to be doing well eh. Pero kasi nga, naiintindihan ko naman kailangan protektahan ni Guy yung kanyang career. Ang naging trigger talaga dito yung Boy Abunda interview eh. Sana talaga napag-usapan ng maayos. Kasi feeling ko na-trigger si Shylan dun sa mga sagot ni nung partner niya dun sa interview na yun kay Boy Abunda. Nakakalungkot. Nakakalungkot. And I'm glad that she finally moved out of her partner's house and start on her own. Kasi talaga nakaka-degrade, nakaka-demean yung ginagawa sa kanya na she has to apologize to her mom in exchange for, ano ba, for staying in her house for a longer period of time. It's not worth it. Malungkot talaga, lalaking walang ama yung bata. Pero kailangan ipaglaban mo pa rin yung dignidad mo eh. Paglaban mo naman yung right mo, yung pagkababae mo. Biro mo, yan naman, yan talaga ang human nature talaga ng mga pagbo-boyfriend, di ba, ng pag-aasawa. Sa simula, sweet-sweet kayo, masaya kayo, best foot forward kayo sa lahat. Tapos, ayan na, pag nagkaanak na, labasan na ng totoong ugali. Ayan na. Nagkabugbog sarado pa si Shyla. Nakakatakot yun. Red flag yun. Red flag pa talaga yun. Kasi alam nyo guys, intindihin nyo si Shyla bakit it took her a year to solve this. Kasi may anak na siya. Naanakan siya. For sure kung walang anak na involved, kakalas yan si Shyla sa lalaking yan. Ang lungkot na ganun. And sana yung partner mahismas-masan sa ginagawa niya kasi yung bata pag lumaki, makikita lahat ng mga to sa news, sa internet. Paano niya may explain sa bata yung ginawa niya sa nanay niya? 'Di ba? So pwede ba natin i-blame to sa immaturity dahil pareho pa silang bata sa estadong ito? Pero I'm glad that finally, Shyla had the courage to finally move out and pick up the pieces of her life. Kasi she doesn't deserve to be in this kind of situation as well. From Taguro Channel, Sir Adam, dapat kunin ka na rin ng mga taga-pageant sa Pinas as one of their consultants because the way you critique is on point. I mean, positive criticism ang binibigay mo lagi. Thank you. Pero hindi ko talaga dream. Gusto ko palagi maghatid balita ay hindi ko talaga gusto. Hindi ko talaga dream. Like, happy ako na I'm happy to help in my own little way but to be part of an organization in whatever capacity, never ko talaga naging dream. Iba talaga yung dream ko. Do you think they will appoint, good question, erratic humanity. Do you think that they will have to appoint last year's first runner-up? Alam mo, as much as gusto ko si Dina, 'di ba, yung first runner-up nila. Pero feeling ko kung siya yung pinadala, kawawa din siya. Madadala din niya yung kontrobersya ng organization niya. Sabi ko nga pinag-uusapan namin to kung gusto ulit ni Vina sumali ulit siya. Pero if the franchise is already transferred to another national director, wag under Poppy kasi ang laki ng backlash Ang nega ng news Hindi mo alam paano mo if-fumigate yung baho ng controversy na ito sa kanya. So, ako, ayun ang opinion ko kasi dala-dala mo yung controversy Wala ka pa doon, meron ka ng dala-dalang excess baggage na kailangan mong gawin ito, kailangan i-defend mo yung sarili mo. Hindi ewan ko. And saka with so little time pa. 'Di ba? Pero tignan natin kung mag-resign si Fabienne. Pero ngayon hanggang hindi nagre-resign si Fabienne pa rin talaga ang ipapadala ng Indonesia. Please speak in English. I am from Indonesia. I don't understand what you are talking about. Oh no. You want me to speak in English instead? All right, I'll try. From Ram's Ordinary Life, eye-opener yon. Let's admit na from older days ng Philippine pageants till now, ginagawang front ang soft prostitution niya. Yes. Yes. I agree. Pero it's really up to the girl if she will succumb to that temptation, if she will rise to the bait. If you're a decent woman, you will never do that. No matter how difficult your financial status is, there's always a way for you to earn modestly without resorting to this. So, nasa values yun ng girl. Kung hanggang saan yun. Kung how she will draw the line between this and that in fulfilling her dream. From Starch, your thoughts after the controversies of Miss Universe Indonesia, Ivan Gunawan eyeing to get the front. Are you sure he's still eyeing? Because he just posted something on his Instagram that he is still pledging his loyalty to Miss Grand International. And I doubt that Kun An will give him the franchise because has there been anyone right now who is presently holding both Universe and MGI franchise? I doubt it. One has to be exclusive from the other. So I don't think this is happening in Star Trek. From Trish J. Adam, who is Princess Amira sa Miss Universe organization? Kasi lagi ko siya nakikita na sobrang support kay Poppy and Fabienne. Tapos yung bio niya, Miss Universe judge. And siya ang Miss Universe org representative last Miss Universe Indonesia. Parang mali. Well, she is apparently one of Kun An's best friends. Yes. So probably if Kun An is not available to attend a certain Miss Universe event, she's the proxy. So that's what I heard. She's the best friend of Kun An. From Taguro Channel. Pwede din kayang maging final question sa Miss Universe ang tungkol sa mga abuses? Yes, why not? In 1999, they did it. When Miss Guam got pregnant. And then the year after, diba, there was protests outside Cyprus regarding the Miss Universe pageant that year. Yes, it could possibly happen. Yeah, top 5 or top 3. Yeah. What? Or will they restrict it? I don't think they will restrict it. Kasi if you will closely examine this issue, it borders women empowerment eh. So this could be an underlying theme. This could be a possible question in Miss Universe. And sana whoever gets this question will be able to, articulate her answer very well because it's a timely and relevant topic. Talaga. From Erratic Humanity again. About the last question, I was asking, I meant the Miss Universe Malaysia organization if they will appoint last year's runner-up. No, kasi she comes from a different organization. But this is my take. If you will ask me, I hope na, I really feel this is a blessing in disguise for Malaysia to really prepare longer for next year. Kasi look, what time is it now? It's already August and the pageant is happening 3 months from now. So do you think they still have the time to really organize and hold the pageant at this time of the day? Kasi syempre they will have to, go through the whole 9 yards. Magsa-screening sila all the way to the finals night. So, nakakalungkot, no? That Malaysia got caught in this crossfire. Nadamay sila. They got affected negatively with this. Yeah. From Michael De La Cruz, Adam, do you think nag-iingay ang Miss Universe Malaysia? Para Miss Universe Malaysia, why? Para mapag-usapan sila. Sino na ang bet mo for you sa Miss Universe Thailand? I don't think Miss Universe Malaysia is making ingay about this issue. Actually nga, nalulungkot ako. They're the blatant casualty of this whole mess. Nananahimik lang sila sa isang tabi. Biglang, Diyos ko Lord, the next thing they know, nasa gitna na sila ng gera. O ayan, wala, ang ending, they won't be, their contest is cancelled. It remains to be seen whether they will appoint, they will fill the representative. Depends on everything that will transpire days from now. So I don't think nag-iingay ang Malaysia. Who's your bet to win in Miss Universe Thailand? Sentimentally, I really want Vina to win because you know how much, if you guys have been following my journey since I started here in pageantry, you know how much I love and adore Vina so much. Pero I'm also open-minded, and I'm open to the thought then as well that it could also go to either Persealed or Chassis. So it's a three-way fight to the crown. But sentimentally, I want Vina to win. Yeah. Because alam mo yun, she paid her dues already. Yun sana ibigay na sa kanya. From Richard Ampig, prostitution is anywhere, may it be in pageant or not. Yeah. Pero kasi, you're not supposed to do this in pageantry. My God! Everything is publicized. Everything is, magnified. And I wouldn't advise them to engage on this very discreetly because, Richard, we're talking about Indonesia here. It is a Muslim country who is known for their conservative laws and traditions. So, at the very least, I'm expecting a very well-organized pageant being run by competent people, especially after they took over from Puteri Indonesia. So, I'm really surprised that this is happening. So, as much as we are applauding Puteri Indonesia's success in holding the pageant without any controversy the past 2 decades, hindi apparently nagtitrickle down yun sa iba't ibang mga tao sa Indonesia. Or they wouldn't even bother asking those people from Puteri Indonesia or even their connections how Puteri runs their organization so that at least they can copy, they can tweak, they can learn from how Puteri has been organizing it for the past 2 decades. Diba? So dapat ang prostitution dito should never even be a thought or considered to be part of this issue because we're talking about laws, tourism, females. So, hindi dapat ito. Hideaki, sponsoran mo ako. Adam, pupunta ka ba sa El Salvador, the land of volcanoes? Sponsoran mo ba ako? Ang gastos. From our slots. But remember, Adam, joining pageantry is costly and some of the girls need big sponsorship, including indecent ones. Well, yun nga. Yun nga. So, papatol ang isang girl in exchange for sponsorship. Ganun ba? Nasa girl na yun. Labas na tayo doon. Pero ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, how they were mismanaged or mishandled during a fitting session that turned out to be a body examination pala. From Starchy, lapses ba ng Miss Universe ito? Di ba friendly ni Kun An ang national director ng Miss Universe Indonesia in the first place? Dapat alam niya ang capabilities to handle the pageant or because of business? Kun An is a very astute businesswoman. Pero I do not know if she has the foresight, the ability, the know-how to run a pageant. All she knows is she wants to make Miss Universe great again. And so siguro kung in her book the way for her to recoup her investment or to make Miss Universe a great brand again is initially giving all these franchise holders to her closest friends so she can build her trust around them. Pwede kong masabing isang lapse yon because as I had said earlier, hindi lang dapat yun na maging be all and end all ng criteria in choosing a national director. It should go beyond that. So doon lang ang nakikita kong pagkakamali. Nagpadalos-dalos sila in moving away from putery and in giving it to Kunan. Canvas ka na, Adam. Oh, you must be a very rich person, Hideaki Kiluka. Nagka-canvas na ako, pero ang mahal. Nag-canvas ako ng airfare. Eva Air ang pinakamura. $1,480. But 2 stopovers. 31 hours of travel. Pero there's a 13-hour layover from Los Angeles to Taiwan on your way back to Manila. Yung isa naman may United Airlines. Mas mahal ng konti. So, sige Hideaki, sponsoran mo ako, DM me on my Instagram account. Charot! Nagpa-fundraise na, charing. Adam, I saw you in Galleria sa food court. Oh, approach sana kita kaso nahiya ka. Ba't ka naman mahihi? Guys, hindi naman ako Ivana Alawi, level of kasikatan. Ano lang naman ako? Ako lang to. Kalabitin nyo lang ako. Mag-ahay ako sa inyo. Diba? Huwag kayong matakot. Hindi naman ako masungit. Hindi ko naman kayo didilotan ng mata. Don't be shy. Don't be too afraid to go up to me. I don't bite, promise. Mabait akong tao. Although sinasabi nila masungit daw ako pag hindi nila ako kilala at first glance. Pero ganun ako eh. Seryoso talaga ako, especially when I do my coverages. Like talagang I'm really focused with what I'm doing. So don't bother me. So may ganun akong look. So yeah. So, but off coverage, I'm nice. I'm approachable. Yun ang sinasabi ko sa inyo. From Rainier, Indonesia yung title mo, tapos Malaysia is now mentioned. I just arrived by the way. Well, it's because Kun-an awarded the Miss Universe Indonesia and Malaysia franchises to one person who is Papi Capella, her close friend. Ito talaga, thank you for bringing this up, Rainier Zambales. Pag-usapan din natin to, no? Kawawa talaga yung Malaysia, nadawit lang talaga sila. They just got affected with this innocently. So this is also the downside of awarding so many franchises to one person or to one entity. Nagkakadamay-damay na. Yung mali ng isa, mali na rin ng lahat. Wala na. There's no way for that person to bounce back or that entity to bounce back except to just wait for any instruction coming from the mother organization. And this is what is happening in Malaysia right now. Mala. Cancelled ang pageant nila because of the controversy in Indonesia. So sana ito talaga yung gusto kong mangyari. Sana lang mag-appoint ng national director per country. Yun talagang, alam mo yun. Ako lang ayoko naman sabihin na masama talaga altogether kasi katulad yan si Mama Josh Eugene, 3 na yata ang hinahawakan, Bahrain, Egypt, and Pakistan, 'di ba? Tapos meron din yung sa Australia, New Zealand, tsaka Singapore. So sinasabi ko lang dito ito yung pwedeng mangyari kung sakaling ma-embroil sa isang controversy yung isang country, damay-damay na pati yung dalawa. Yun. So, it's a risk. So, si Kun An yan, kaya naman siguro solusyonan ni Kun An yan. Um, I was saddened by Miss Universe lost the I was saddened Miss Universe already is losing the glitz and glamour. I miss the old Miss Universe. I agree. Star Tree, I agree. I wanna say more pero feeling ko I'm being monitored kaya private ko na lang sasabihin pa nagkita tayo. I hope that whichever company that will handle the license of Miss Universe Indonesia will be professionals and will not make the same mistake like what's happening right now. Pag-usapan natin yan, Eric Humanity. Analyze nga natin talaga. Analyze talaga natin. Alam mo sa totoo lang, have you been, following this controversy? Kasi kung ang talagang may mali dito, yung doktor, ang pangalan ng doktor na yun, na nag-conduct ng body examination, kababaeng tao pa naman, bakit ganito ang ginawa niya sa mga kapwa babae niya? And feeling ko, etong si Papi, alam niya na may ganong fitting na mangyayari pero hindi niya alam na ganun yung mangyayari within that activity or inside that activity. Had she probably been there during the fitting that turned out to be a body examination procedure, this would not have happened. For sure, kababaeng tao rin talaga si Miss Poppy Capella. She would not have allowed this to happen for sure. But unfortunately, wala siya doon. Hindi niya alam na may na ganun. She did not probably know that there was already something hanky-panky going on during that time. And it's only now that people are coming out that she is starting to get wind of everything. But to be fair with her, if you read her official statement, it says there that she will get back at those people who have been spreading malicious rumors about her, who have successfully planted malicious rumors against her. That probably was the root cause of of all this. Na may naiinggit daw sa kanya, someone is jealous of her. That's why she's gonna fight back. Pero kasi, if you take away that, if you read her statement pa lang, you will notice she is absolving or probably exonerating herself from this whole issue. Pero if you apply, like what I had said earlier, the principle of common responsibility, she will still be eventually affected by it because it is her subordinates who apparently did this whole body examination procedure thing. So, yeah. Ang lungkot, no? For sure, Miss Poppy would not have wanted this to happen. It's just that she just probably chose the wrong people to help out with her. That's why she's in trouble right now. That's what I'm thinking. Kasi na-analyze ko eh. Kung nandoon lang talaga siya sa screening, had she been there during the fitting, this would not have happened talaga. This would not have happened. Pero I don't know who gave the authority to this female doctor to conduct all these body examination checkings. Ang lungkot lang. Who is your bet to win? Natasha, Jobert, and Melissa, both girls who joined back in 2020. Yeah, no? Tonight na yung finals nila, no? Or madaling araw sa atin. Sa last na lumabas na catwalk video ni Nikki, parang pang Miss Universe walk ang tinuturo sa kanya, not MGI walk. Is there a way you can tell that to Ian Lawrence, Adam? Without me telling Ian what to do, she already knows what to do talaga. Honestly, Trish J. Ilang beses na rin kami nag-exchange ng opinion namin ni Sir Ian privately about his past trainees like sila Michelle D, Tapos si Miss Payne, hindi ko na dapat galawin yan dapat. Alam na po ni Ian, ni Harley, ang dapat na best para kay Nikki. Kasi ang gusto yata nilang image for Nikki is classy, wag masyadong baklain. Ako naniniwala naman ako dun. Hayaan niyo ang Miss Grand Thailand ang maging ex-senadora sa mga ganyang galawan. Pero tayo, kailangan pag nasa stage tayo, sexy, classy, pero sexy pa rin tignan. Ganun naman ang pinaproject ng mga girls natin on stage, di ba? So, Trish J, at the same time, Diyos ko, kahit naman sigurong i-employ pa ni Ian para kay Nikki yung MGI walk na sinasabi mo. Ang tanong, papanalunin ba tayo ni Uncle? That's a more important question to ask. From Michael Kabanting, ano pang meron ngayon sa Miss Supranational kay Pauline? Ang gulo naman based on mga YouTube vlogger or sa bali-bali. Wala naman siya. Hindi ko alam kung meron pa siyang merong mga fulfillments, may mga obligations kailangan gawin si Pauline for Miss Supranational. Pero right now, her hands are full with her commitments here locally, lalo na especially with the Miss Philippines coming on board very, very soon. So doon siya nakafocus right now. I don't think she has commitments to fulfill in Miss Supranational except if the title holder eventually resigns. Uy, Rainier ha, grabe ka. Oo, mukhang seryoso lang si Adam. Masarap katawan din yan. Grabe ka. Huy. From our slots. Poor Malaysia, no placement for a long time and now they are being cancelled. I mean, where's the luck, Malaysia? I know. Ano magagawa natin? Nakalump siya altogether kay Indonesia. From Mr. Gray, thanks for always updating and helping to be a voice, Adam. God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Gray. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, hindi ako magiging ganito rin ka-passionate about this whole controversy if it weren't for my fellow pageant admins who have been very gung-ho and passionate in sharing all info about this issue. So credit goes to Miss El Tecuyo Award talaga. Kasi guys, sabihin ko sa inyo, initially, I prefer to be silent about this issue because una sa lahat, wala tayo sa Indonesia. Malayong-malayo tayo sa Indonesia. Hindi ko alam kung ano talaga ang totoong nangyayari on the ground there. Lahat lang tayo nakikisawsaw sa mga pangyayari doon. Nakikibalita lang tayo sa mga pageant admins nila sa social media. Pero si Miss El Tecuyo Award talaga, grabe. As in talagang blow by blow ang update. And nako-compel, alam mo, unti-unti niya talaga akong nako-convert. Hey, Adam, you have to use your platform as well in speaking up for all these women who have been silenced by this issue. And tapos guys, ito talaga yung totoo rin nun. Bukod kay Miss El Tecuyo, na-drag na rin ako sa issue kasi etong si Sir Ang Mega, yung national director ng Putery, yung founder ba, director ng Putery Indonesia, who I have had the privilege of meeting in Miss Universe and Miss International last year. Parang eventually naging friend ko na rin on social media. Pero prior to meeting him last year in those two pageants, we have both been following each other ever since Sash Factor days ko pa. So, nung Friday ba yon or Thursday, Tuesday night, nag-send siya sa akin, Tuesday morning, nag-send siya sa akin ng English translation ng statement nila sa Putery Indonesia saying that Putery Indonesia has nothing to do with the ongoing mess that Miss Universe Indonesia is experiencing right now, is in right now. So ako, sige na nga, repost ko to. Nag-isip ako, repost ko ba to o hindi? Ni-repost ko na kasi syempre, siguro humihingi rin siya silently sa akin ng tulong na, kasi yata sa Indonesia parang ang pinararating yata sa parang nagkakaroon ng may mga Indonesian fans pa rin ang napagpapalit pa rin sila ng Miss Universe Indonesia na feeling nila sa Putery ang nasa skandalo, hindi yung Miss Universe Indonesia. So, nung pinost ko yun, yung caption ko, hindi ko pa nga binabanggit yung controversy sa Indonesia. Sinasabi ko, recent event in Indonesia have trend, blah, 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 ganyan. Pero, nung hapon ng Tuesday, nung unti-unti na lumalabas yung mga reports from Reuters, from CNN, Tapos dinidetail nila yung testimonies ng mga Miss Universe Indonesia candidates. Yun nga na they were being photographed topless and being asked to open their legs wide. Doon talaga ako yung parang na-shocked and appalled. That's why I started reposting this article. This Indonesian article featuring that particular story of the ongoing case, sexual harassment cases. Tapos, yung article na kinuha ko pa, apparently, yung photos na naka-include doon sa article na Indonesian website na yun are photos from the Puteri finals instead. Ako, ni-repost ko lang, hindi ko naman na tinitignan closely. So when I reposted the whole thing on my Instagram account, nag-message sa akin si Ang Mega. Sabi sa kanya, uy, brother, kindly take out your post about about the issue because the picture features Miss Universe in Miss the photo includes Puteri Indonesia instead and not the other pageant. So ako, I immediately deleted. So in a way, without me speaking up, I'm already dragged on this issue. So as I learned more about it, doon ko lang talaga na-realize yung gravity ng situation and finally compelled to speak up by reposting it. Makukulong ba si Papi? I do not know. We really haven't gotten to see the detailed aspects of the whole controversy. I'm not in the position to say whether she'll be incarcerated or not. Let's wait for further developments. Pero if you will base it from her official statement last night, she will really fight to the death to reclaim her honor, to defend her honor. From TMTV, I am just curious how come an organization like Miss Universe allowed this to happen. Very odd. Hey, are you insinuating that this is really this could be a conspiracy theory? I doubt it. TMTV. I really doubt this is something that the Miss Universe organization would intentionally come out with just so for them to be talked about. Ang low blow. And for them to create noise, knowing that the pageant, the next edition will be happening 2 months from now. No, I really don't think so. Like, who wants to be mentioned in all these articles all over the world in a very negative light? Well, even if you say negative publicity is still publicity, it still does not sit well with Miss Universe organization's image. Hence, that's why they move so quickly in releasing their decision about this controversy, that they are doing away with Miss Poppy's company right away, effective immediately. Because had they not issued an official statement, all the more that their name and image will be dragged down. And at this point in time, they need to protect and save the brand and integrity of the Miss Universe organization. Okay, so TMTV says, what businessmen could do to make it huge since they invested so much already? Una sa lahat, Indonesia is a sensitive country for this kind of issues. Are you insinuating that Kunan perpetrated this whole thing? I really doubt it. I mean, if probably she will be coming out with something, it shouldn't be this because it involves women like her. Low blow, like I said, low blow. I don't think this is the type of controversy or news or publicity that Kunan would like to have on her less than a year of taking over in Miss Universe. No. Western countries are not even doing the body checking, knowing that they are much more open and liberated than Asian countries. How much more to a Muslim country? Well, I do not really know what happened to these people running the Miss Universe Indonesia organization. I honestly, siguro we can blame them for their old and archaic beauty standards. Pero when it comes to body checking, it should have never been done in the first place. Because I get it, they want to check the body proportions of the girls, pero they could have done it discreetly by how we do it here in the Philippines. Ask them to be in their swimsuit during all these screenings initially. Pero the mere fact that they're being asked to be photographed topless, it's really foul. It's really foul and should have never been done at all. So, I do not know the way they even resorted to doing this kind of procedure to the girls. I really do not know. Miss Universe is somehow Miss somehow irrelevant lately in the aspect of women's rights, and them having the decision to cancel MUID that fast without investigating is very suspicious. No, I don't think this is very suspicious because for sure the concern of Kun An right now is to protect the image of MUO from this miss. She's trying to she's trying to get away from this issue. That she has nothing. Her last night's MUO statement is one way of MUO telling us that we have nothing to do with this. We are not condoning what Puppy's organization had done with the girls. So we are terminating our contract with them. So I do not think it's something that we should be very suspicious of. The timing, nalalapit na ang pageant. No. I agree to some extent, but of all pageants, talaga no eh. 'Di ba? Pero sana what you could have probably said, um, it's about buti in a way this is being talked about para mapag-usapan na rin ang napakailap na women's rights in Indonesia because of its very conservative laws. I think at least it's one of those things. It's one of those silver linings that I could think of the situation right now. And number 5, look at how Papi is handling the issue instead of consoling the victims, making sure the rights are protected, pero she's taking as a personal attack. I actually feel you on this. Reading her statement, yeah. It's more about me, and what I will do instead of how she could empathize with the girls involved in this issue. Adam, yeah. Thank you for sharing all of this. Etong conspiracy theory mo, TMTV, I do hope we talk about this to open more doors for possibilities, and Miss Universe would also be aware that they have thinking fans. Yeah. Binubusisi talaga, yeah. It's just me, wala akong proof. We can, yeah, you're entitled to your own your own opinion. So, yeah. Thank you TMTV for sharing, pero I do not believe that na plotted to. You're insinuating that this is plotted. Parang ang hirap paniwalaan na plotted to. For what? For Miss Universe to find for Indonesia to finally win its first Miss Universe crown. Ang pangit. Ang pangit. Just just so it could spark some conversations. Pero yeah, sige na nga. Baka nga naman, no? 'Di ba? For a country who's Ayoko na magsalita, I might get in trouble. First from Star Tree, because of the demands of Kun-an, karma is waving. Guys, wag naman. Let's stop saying that. Hindi rin kagustuhan to ni Kun-an for sure. Hindi na ako magtataka, mas umaariba pa ang Miss Earth in terms of advocacy. Very relevant. We can see the effects of global warming. Pray for us, yeah. Kulang lang talaga sa push ng Miss Earth. Pero in terms of relevancy, check na check talaga. The Indonesian government, through the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Women's Protection, seriously condemned this act and ordered the police to investigate this sexual harassment case. Yeah, thank you for the... So ano magiging verdict nila, Mr. Gray? What do you think will be the verdict? So do you think it will take a year for them to hand down their verdict about this? No. So what I'm pointing at here, I hope that this will not be the start of the demise of Indonesian pageantry. Because I don't want naman na just because of this whole thing, the whole Indonesian pageantry will shut down. A mistake of one will should never be penalized to every. Parang the mistake of one person should never be carried by all these other pageant organizations who are doing good business who have been doing good businesses for the past few decades. Oh, Trish J, nag-mass resignation ng mga staff niya including national director. Yeah, oo. Include photographer, social media partner, and lahat sila galit kay Papi. So I think may mali talaga kay Papi. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kung madami tao talaga galit sa kanya. I agree. Pero nakakalungkot yung official statement niya. She didn't address the whole issue. She just said that she's aware of all the complaints, pero instead of focusing on the girls, she more chose to highlight how she will fight back. Kailan kaya ang Miss Universe Vietnam? It's about to start. Siguro by next month. What can you say about the winner of Miss El Salvador? I haven't watched the pageant. So hindi ko alam if she was able to ace her question well over Fatima. I mean, look at Roberta's performance last year. She was extra but hindi sobra at classy pa din. She was extra but hindi sobra at classy pa din. Yung kay Nikki kasi parang sobrang manhinhin talaga pang Miss International. I think she has a chance to win. Huwag muna natin pangunahan. Let's see how she will perform come preliminary competition. Huwag muna ngayon. Let them execute their strategy muna. Let's give them the chance. Why are you so invested about the MGI, Trish J? Well, Indonesian fans, ang kinakainis ko sa kanila, they are pretending hindi sila part ng rainbow flag. They attack the fans from Philippines. Ayaw nila ng issue na ganyan because dahil sa culture nila. Pero hindi mo naman sila masisisi kasi nga ikaw na nga nagsabi na sa culture nila. Diba? Siguro maging understanding na lang tayo. More understanding na lang tayo sa kanila. From Louis Peden, so walang Indonesia to represent for Miss Universe ngayong taon. Si Fabian pa rin. And Miss Universe, sabi nga nila, Miss Universe will still make arrangement for Fabian to compete smoothly in Miss Universe soon. Who else? From our slots. Sexual harassment is a cheap publicity. God, this is because of horny pervert person, not the organization. Yeah, damay-damay na talaga. From TMTV, my personal take on this, businessmen would do everything to make a business venture successful. And sa sobrang dami ng bagong pageants now with production value, they want to be different through. Also, they can set themselves apart from the long-standing issue of the of the previous pageant owners objectifying women through pageants. I agree. Magbibigay na ng statement si Fabian. I hope magsalita siya. Oo. Sayang no, miss opportunity talaga sa kanya. Had she sided with the girls instead, ang laki ng ano niya, ang laki ng ikatataas ng popularity niya at paghanga ng mga tao sa kanya. 'Di ba? So, I think that's it. I think I've answered practically all your questions. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat for engaging me for the past 1.5 hours. Regarding this topic, I hope you had fun and at the same time learned something from our from our discussion about this matter. So, thank you guys for tuning in. So, sana nakapagbigay ako ng enlightenment sa inyo. And let's hope and pray that this case will be resolved sooner for the girls involved, for the victims involved to be able to move forward and start their healing process as soon as possible. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's go away from the issue on LGBT, especially from Muslim countries. It's very sensitive. Thank you, Sir Adam. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Bye.